MetroBite.com, some restrictions apply.
It's the holiday season. Time for great deals from MetroBite T-Mobile, like 5G home internet for eligible customers for just $20 a month with nada yada yada. Metro has no contracts, no credit checks, no exploding bills ever. Just 5G home internet that's fit for any endeavor. So when the holidays are over, it's important to save $20 a month and still all your...
This holiday season, find all kinds of deals at Target. Discover sweet deals on toys and small appliances, big deals on clothing and beauty, plus so much more. At Target, get what you need for the holidays. Find new deals each week for everyone on your list, and get it all fast with free drive-ups, score low prices, and great deals all season long. Now at Target. Exclusions apply.
It's time to save big every day during our 25 days of deals at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 50% off select artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, get 40% off and free local truck delivery on select vanities to elevate your bathroom. Find these savings in-store and online today, because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This is Jacob Emrani. If you've been involved in a motorcycle accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
It is 5:54.
I put down with my own, trying to make it alone.
Shane McGowan is a boozy, rabble-rousing singer and chief songwriter of Pose, who infused traditional Irish music with the energy and spirit of punk, has died. His family says the singer died peacefully early today with them by his side. McGowan is credited for inspiring bands such as the Cranberries in Ireland and the Dropkick Murphys in Boston. The musician had been hospitalized in Dublin for several months after being diagnosed with viral encephalitis in late 2022. He was discharged last week ahead of his upcoming birthday on Christmas Day. Shane McGowan was 65.
And here's what the countdown sounded like from outside the White House.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you got it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And that was the President and the First Lady lighting the official White House Christmas tree. Biden told the crowd it is a great tradition that goes back 100 years.
Love lighting Christmas trees. It's 5:55.
Good look at traffic. Brought to you by Southern California Toyota dealers. Here's Brian.
Want to start on our 10, West Covina. If you're 10 west, right before you get to Azusa, we have a crash that's clearing. So westbound side from the top of the Kellogg Hill, right at Via Verde, you got some slowing coming down the hill. That's what's going on there. Eastbound caught your attention, adding to your slow drive all the way back before the 710. Now 210 East in Monrovia, right at Myrtle, is where we got two right lanes blocked. Injury crash, unfortunately. And out of Pasadena now, that's going to make that drive a little bit tougher than usual. Scotty's got a look at our drive on the 10, Santa Monica 10. He's overhead in Southern California Toyota dealers, Sky 1.
Yeah, it's going to be slow, basically Santa Monica into downtown, all the way over toward the East LA interchange. Not jammed up totally solid, but definitely not moving tip-top either. Worse to the westbound slug across the downtown part of the 110, but even west of the 110, it looks like you're not completely out of the woods. There's going to be some on and off slowing as you work your way through Big City.
Thank you, Laura. 60 East, right as the 57 meets you. We've got a stalled minivan in the middle lane. F60's jammed from Fullerton Road. That's going to be tough. And Steve confirmed this motorcycle wreck on the 91 East, right at the 5. Looks like your left lane may be blocked, and that adds to your slowing, which really actually begins all the way back almost to the 110 freeway. So that 91 East going to be tough. Tackle any terrain in an unstoppable new Tacoma with its incredible power and off-road performance. To check out all available offers on a new Tacoma, see your Southern California Toyota dealer today or visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Next report's on the way at 6:05 from the Toyota Glendorf.com 24-hour traffic center.
The Friday cloudy tonight, lows 40s and 50s. Sunny tomorrow, highs in the 60s to around 70. Cooler weather sticking around through Saturday. Things begin to warm up on Sunday with some Santana winds picking up into early next week.
It is 5:56, almost 5:57. You can be sure to stream us. Just download that Odyssey app on your smartphone. It's free. 5:57. Now is the time to call West Medical and erase those ugly, itchy varicose while maximizing your CEO health insurance coverage. Chances are you've met your insurance deductible, so you can take thousands of sexy, vein broken legs by the end of the year. Call 1-800-WEST-MED. Set up a free priority consultation. Don't miss out on your Med deductible. Call 1-800-WEST-MED. That's 1-800-937-8633 or visit westmedical.com.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
At Toyota of Glendora, we make it easy to get Black Friday savings. Come in today for 3.99% APR for up to 48 months on select new 2023 Toyotas on approved credit. Choose 5.99% APR for up to 60 months on select Toyota certified used vehicles on approved credit. Visit Toyota of Glendora today for Black Friday savings now. Call 626-250-0357 for details.
Coit at the door means you made the smart call. Did you know that the average home has over 9,000 types of bacteria and fungus? More reason to call the pros at Coit to deep clean your carpets, floors, air ducts, dryer vents, countertops, tile and grout, upholstery, and window treatments. We'll get your services clean as new for a beautiful, healthy home. Pretty smart, right? Call 800-4COIT or go to Coit.com today. That's 800-4COIT.
The people you trust Coit.
This is Roger, president of Roger Stewart Clothes. My dad told me two things that really helped me in life. One, if you want to be successful, you better look the part. And two, don't be foolish with your money. So if you're planning on buying top quality suits that'll make you look like a million, don't waste hundreds buying retail. Everyone knows if you want a good deal on men's clothing, go to the Garment District downtown. The only store there for high quality suits and sport jackets at low, no nonsense prices is Roger Stewart Clothes, where you won't find any of the junk synthetics sold at the other stores. Roger Stewart Clothes, an LA landmark since 1969 at 729 South Los Angeles Street, known for selling suits and sport jackets made with the same Italian fabrics used by Armani, Versace, Canali, and others at a fraction of their prices. This is Roger, president of Roger Stewart Clothes. Don't be foolish with your money. Give us a call and let us put you in great quality suits for hundreds less than department or chain stores. Call 213-627-9661. You'll look like a million for a lot less. Roger Stewart Clothes, suits that should be expensive, but they're not.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
KNX FM and HD Los Angeles.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Coming up on LA's afternoon news, a man's been arrested in a follow-home robbery and murder.
Police fire on a man carrying a hatchet.
And a one-year project to improve traffic on PCH about to get underway.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Israel reportedly learned of Hamas's October 7th attack long before it took place, and Israelis were taken hostage. CBS's Tom Foti with the latest.
The New York Times reports Israeli officials actually obtained the Hamas battle plan for the October 7th terrorist attack more than a year before it was. Says on some level it was dismissed as too difficult for Hamas to carry out. Bilal Saab is a senior fellow with the Middle East Institute.
This was more an intelligence failure when it came to imagination, frankly. The Israelis didn't believe that Hamas would pull off something so spectacular and so successful.
The Times says it's unclear whether Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu or other top political leaders saw the document. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
An investigation is underway after allegations of drinking on the job at a secret saloon on a military base responsible for protecting and defending the homeland. CBS's Catherine Herridge was the first to report the probe and explains why the allegations have national security implications after initially being raised in February when the U.S. military shot down a Chinese balloon. Before the balloon incident, concerns about drinking were raised by senior leadership. General Glenn Van Herk, who leads the command, responded in a telephone interview.
I've been here since August of 2020. All I can tell you that nobody has come to me and expressed concern about the consumption of alcohol in the workspace.
In July, a two-star Army General, Joseph Listorti, whose boss was Van Herk and was known not to tolerate drinking in the workplace, was removed from his position. An investigation is underway after allegations of drinking on the job, and we just mentioned that one, but Ohio is what we want to mention, is the first state to report an outbreak of pediatric pneumonia cases, and CBS's Meg Oliver has more on white lung syndrome.
In Warren County, north of Cincinnati, health officials have declared an outbreak of pneumonia in children. They say 145 kids have been diagnosed with the respiratory infection since August. The average age of these patients is 8 years old. The declaration comes as China is in the midst of its own outbreak. The U.S. is trying to avoid hospital wards filled to capacity, with doctors seeing a rise in several known respiratory illnesses. The U.S. House is expected to vote tomorrow on whether to expel Republican George Santos after an ethics committee published a report alleging numerous ethics violations by the congressman from New York. GOP House Ethics Committee Chairman Michael Getz put forth a motion to expel Santos.
We know that Mr. Santos lied about his education, both graduate and postgraduate, claiming that he attended universities where he was never enrolled, claiming that he obtained degrees that he did not earn.
This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You've got LA's afternoon news
On KNX News, 97.1 FM.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
6:03, I'm Rob Archer.
And I'm Margaret Carrero. In for Karen Adams, a suspect is under arrest in the follow-home robbery and murder of an LA County employee in San Dimas. Nicholas Cimbalon was killed in his garage on Tuesday. Pete Demetrio explains how they caught the suspect.
From video evidence tracking a car that followed Nicholas Cimbalon's Tesla from a charging station in West Covina to his home in San Dimas, to an area-wide alert for that car that resulted in a vehicle stop in Beverly Hills. Sheriff Robert Luna said high-tech not only led to the arrest of suspect Jared Powell, but it may have also prevented another such crime from occurring.
Our partners in the general area, because we're all tied into these systems, are able to identify what was, and the suspect who was arrested, armed, dangerous, and we're doing the investigation. What was he doing in Beverly Hills? He doesn't live there. Maybe he was looking for an additional victim. And the fact that the system alerted the Beverly Hills Police Department and they immediately responded or able to stop this vehicle, I believe they prevented another robbery at minimum, maybe another murder.
Sheriff Luna says there's no evidence that the killing is related to the fact that the victim was a county employee.
There has been a police shooting in Valley Glen. It involved a man seen carrying a hatchet near Laurel Canyon Boulevard and Satakoy Street. Video shows officers first firing what appeared to be less than lethal rounds at the man, but he didn't stop, and that eventually led to the shooting. His condition is not known. Emily Valdez is on the scene. We have a live update coming up from her soon.
Felicity Huffman finally speaking out about the college admissions scandal that landed her in jail. The Oscar nominee tells ABC7 that she paid $15,000 for someone to falsify her daughter's SAT scores in 2017, thinking at the time that it was the only way to give her a chance in the future. Huffman says college admission consultant Rick Singer told her that her daughter was not going to get into any of the colleges that she wanted to, and she believed him. Singer ended up pleading guilty to an elaborate nationwide admissions hoax and was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison. Several high-profile people, including Huffman, were caught up in the scandal. She pleaded guilty and spent 11 days behind bars at 6:05.
Here's Brian Douglas with a look at the traffic.
Getting into the valley, 405 heavy from the Marina Freeway, so a little extra tough than usual. We did have an injury crash northbound side right before Nordoff, and the fire department might still be in that right lane. It might be over to the shoulder at this point. Anyway, tough getting over here. Sepulveda is going to be heavy up to Getty Center. The Ventura Freeway from Las Virgenes eastbound, kind of your typical slowing all the way into Studio City. If you're heading into the valley using the Hollywood Freeway, we've got a report for you. Scott's overhead in the Southern California Toyota dealers, Sky One.
Unfortunately, it's not a good one either. Of course, you're probably going to get some slightly downtown here. Now, once you get north of the 401, it's okay until you get to around Melrose. From that point, slow up toward Universal City. And then when you get onto the 170, Brian and I were talking about this before the report. This is bad. It's slow from, like, Burbank Boulevard all the way up to the 5. If you do that every day, you know that's a doozy. Southbound 101, there's some slack through Universal City, and then tough again through Hollywood Boulevard down toward the 4-level interchange.
And keep in mind, if you don't want to deal with that 170, you can't use Laurel Canyon. Just north of Sherman Way, it's shut down. Just south of Satakoy, it's shut down for a police investigation due to a shooting. You're going to hear more about that news coming up here, so you're going to have to hop over and use Lancashire instead. We still have a problem in Monrovia, 210, if you're going eastbound, just right at Myrtle, 2 right lanes. Taken away with a crash, really tough out of downtown Pasadena, and on that 91 here heading into Anaheim, eastbound side right at the 5. we've got the carpool lane taken away due to a motorcycle wreck, and that's got the East 91. That backup it's causing is the backup you got already basically coming away from the Compton-Carson area, and that backup you begins at Avalon Boulevard. Next report, 6:15 from the ToyotaGlendora.com 24-hour traffic center.
Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the 40s and 50s. Sunny tomorrow, highs in the upper 60s to around 70. Cooler weather sticking around through Saturday. Currently 59 degrees in Orange, 54 in Thousand Oaks, 59 in Carson.
It is 6:07. An LA County judge is allowing former porn star Ron Jeremy to be released to a private residence because he's incompetent to stand trial for rape. Natalie Tavidian reports from the Hollywood courthouse.
The alleged victims say they're outraged. Ron Jeremy won't remain in lockup. This is Jane Doe 12.
I would say that is not justice. I mean, but from what he did to all of the victims, that's not justice for someone to just be released into a private residence with, care, taken care of for the rest of their lives, regardless of their mental condition or, ailment. Justice is to put accountability and get those people out of public, out of community. We shouldn't be around those people. They're extremely dangerous.
The 70-year-old former porn star has been held in state hospitals and the medical wing of the Twin Towers Correctional Facility since January. That's when he was deemed incompetent to stand trial due to his dementia diagnosis. Reporting from the Hollywood courthouse, I'm Natalie Tavidian, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Get ready for gridlock on PCH next week. Street work gets underway on Malibu's traffic signal synchronization project, which the mayor says will improve safety and mobility. The first leg of the year-long project will impact lanes between Sanga Canyon and Big Rock Drive. They synchronize the signals to the existing traffic conditions, allowing them to be controlled remotely by the Caltrans Traffic Management Center and lower traffic speeds and reduce congestion.
The reopening of a Hollywood landmark is being delayed. Variety reporting that the Cinerama Dome will not open next year as had been planned. They're now shooting for a 2025 opening. The Dome on Sunset Boulevard was closed during the pandemic and never reopened. During that time, Pacific Theaters, which owned it, went out of business. The historic movie house is now property of the Decurion Corporation, which plans to call it Cinerama Hollywood. The Dome has been around since 1963.
And there's a new twist in the lawsuit against the Temecula School Board after they voted to prevent students from learning about U.S. history related to racial or LGBTQ civil rights. Emily Valdez has more on the preliminary injunction just filed.
The lawsuit filed by parents, students, and Temecula teachers could take years to make its way through the judicial system. So in the meantime, they want these policies to stop now. I spoke with Amanda Manguster-Savage. She's an attorney on the case.
When a student, for example, decides to change their pronouns or requests to use a restroom that's different from the one that matches the sex they were assigned at birth, they will out those students without their consent to their parents, regardless of whether the parents want to know or not. There's no opt-out provision for either students or parents.
A judge will decide on the preliminary injunction at the end of January. I'm Emily Valdez, KNX News 97.1 FM.
It is 6:10.
Connect when you wake up with LA's Morning News.
KNX News 97.1 FM.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Looking for the most cash for your rare coins, precious metals, jewelry, or collectibles? Sue DeGenova, CEO of Tangible Investments, has paid up to 5 times more than his so-called competitors. Shop the competition and call him last for a free appraisal. Call 800-885-1400.
Being hurt in an accident can change your life, and at that point, you want help. You want to feel empowered. So call Sweet James. Hey, it's Vicki Moore, and when a listener got hurt in a motorcycle accident, he was shocked by the low-ball offer he got from the insurance company. So what did he do? He called Sweet James. The attorneys at Sweet James helped him get the medical care he needed so he could recover as quickly as possible and get on that bike again. And he let the experienced team at Sweet James do their thing to deliver a $400,000 win. So if you are ever hurt in an accident, you want a team of local attorneys who have the skill and the resources to win the most for you. But it's also about compassion, care, and justice. Sweet James has experience with more than 500 trials, and they win big, so call them. Sweet James, 1-800-9-MILLION. That's 1-800-9-MILLION. 1-800-900-0000. They can't guarantee the outcome, but make sure to have them by your side. WheatJames.com.
Get ready, California. It's Medicare annual enrollment period. So why not make enrolling easier with United Healthcare? Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, Medicare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. This is Medicare made for California, trusted everywhere. Explore